Hey kids, I'm back. Well, it's been at least over a month. Lots of stuff has happened. But I decided to get back in the game mostly to ask one question. Do you remember when everybody used to speak English? When some people were able to write an actual sentence? When you just want to get to the point and not add a bunch of junk that nobody needs? Well, that certainly would have been a time before this particular problem was written, which I will not even bother reading. All it asks you to find is within some sort of string, there's a bunch of parentheses. What's the maximum depth of the parentheses that you could be in? So, for example, the number 8, well, there's three parentheses in. It's three parentheses in. Why? Because you have 1, 2, then that second one is closed, so you're still at 1, plus 1 is 2, plus another one is 3. So there you go. Digit 8 is inside of 3 nested parentheses in the string. Whereas here, we see that number 3 is the maximum over here. Over here, it's just 1. 1 plus 2 times 3, that's inside 1 parentheses. And then this little section here is also within a parentheses. Okay, so all we need to do is keep track of the maximum number of parentheses. We keep track of the parentheses, and we also keep track of the maximum, the current number of parentheses, and also the maximum. Well, let's come up with our classic little my max function, I mean, which is going to pass two little parameters by reference, two integers by reference. If a bigger than b, return a, else return b. Okay. Now, we'll just do a sanity check. If s.empty, then return 0. Okay, now int num parentheses equals 0. Int max parentheses equals 0 for the moment. And actually, we're going to make this the smallest number possible. I'm not sure if we really need this now, but I'm going to set it so that when it checks the first maximum, it'll necessarily be bigger. So return, let's see now, what we want is to immediately return that maximum parentheses, because that's what we want. So let's just build our function. We want to iterate through the string. We want to iterate through the string, and this is going to give us a bunch of characters. We check the characters. So if element equals the opening parentheses, we do numpar plus plus. Else, if element equals the closing parentheses, and then we do num parentheses minus minus. And they tell you here that it's guaranteed to be valid, so we don't need to do any particular checking. Once we have that, and once we're out of everything, we could just take the max parentheses equals the my max of the current max parentheses, or the num parentheses. And I think that should be it. So you're always replacing the max parentheses by the current number of parentheses if it happens to be bigger than your current max parentheses. So let's see if that works. What's its problem here? Redefinition of parameter a. Oh yeah, okay. We put in another a. So this gives a wrong answer. Oh, sorry. This should have been min over here. So the first number should be the smallest possible integer. Let's submit over here. And we have a winner. Thanks for watching, everyone.